without further ado, I will introduce you all to Kathleen Lubanski.
Thank you. And it's nice to have a start with people giggling and laughing, because that is a wonderful way to help reduce stress. So if you haven't, there's a lot of YouTube videos, past comedies that you can just sit and watch and laugh and giggle. And that's really important to release some positive endorphins. So that's one way to relieve some stress, okay? My focus has been teaching people simple techniques related to the breath. That's what I'm going to demonstrate and have practice with today as well, okay? Primarily, and the reason why, let me go back in terms of stress, which we've all experienced in terms of coming on to today's forum, is the get up and go. The stress hormones get surged, get released, come into the bloodstream. It's as if we're getting afraid and the saber-toothed tiger is going to come and get us, okay? And so we get blood sugar, we get cortisol, we get adrenaline to get that surge so that the muscles become stronger, we become energized, and so that we can move quickly to get out of this little guy's way. So we get this flood of hormones in our bloodstream, and then supposedly in times past, the hormone levels would come down to baseline. Our saber-toothed tiger would leave and go someplace else. We'd go back to the cave, we'd rest, and we'd start afresh the next day. But what's happened with living in our current day situation, that the triggers, the initiates in terms of stress, like what we're experiencing now about the fear and the anxiety about the virus, as well as in terms of how you can get out and about, you just feel very reduced. What's happened is the blood levels of the hormones are still spiked and they're not going back down to baseline. So there are some breathing techniques that will help minimize so that you can help get you back into the opposite of the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight, flight, or freeze, or get to what you're doing, to the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest, the relaxation, and the restore, okay? And we often revert to that when we're sleeping. That's a lovely time for resting and relaxing. But we can consciously access the back of our skulls where the respiratory center is in the medulla. We can consciously override the inherent quality of breathing to access the parasympathetic nervous system to help us moment to moment to relax, okay? So we're going to focus, I have about 5 breathing techniques, and Priscilla has the handout. So if you're interested, I'm under the impression that you will have access to it later, okay? But we're going to get right into practicing some breathing techniques. But before we do that, I'd like to do 3 warm-up exercises, because sometimes I find that we just carry our stress in our scalp, the back of the neck, and across the shoulders. So let's just, for a moment, let's just practice some shoulder shrugs. I'll demonstrate. We're going to bring our shoulders up to our ears and then gently back down. Let me also say, always listen to your body. So if it doesn't feel good coming up to your ears, you just stay comfortable and focus on the breath, okay? Again, always listening to your body and what's best for you. So let's just gently bring the shoulders up to the ears and back down. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in, bring them up to the ears and back down. And one more time, bringing them up to the ears and back down. That's good. Now what we're going to do is bring them up to the ears and then bring them back and down. Bring them up to the ears, back and down. And one more time, breathing in, bringing them back to your wings and back down. And then you can just kind of move around a little bit gently. Okay. And then one last exercise I'll demonstrate first. We're gently going to flex our chin to our chest gently. We'll come up to normal position, looking straight ahead. And then we'll gently rotate our head, our neck to the right shoulder. It might be opposite from what you're seeing me. And just look there, come back to normal position. Gently flex your chin or come back to the chest. Return to normal position. Take a nice slow inhalation and gently rotate to the left shoulder. And then come back to neutral position and relax. And if you feel like you want to stretch an arm, go ahead. Because we're going to do a lot of sitting work here. So just loosen up. Wiggle up. You can move the wrists around a little bit. There you go. That's it. Perfect. Okay. All right. So let's establish our posture, whether you're sitting in a regular chair or on the couch. And what we're first going to do is the first exercise is called feeling the breath. And I invite you to bring up an index finger to the base of your nose. There you go. And just gently let it rest there. Close your eyes and take a nice slow breath in and assess the temperature of the air that you're breathing into the nostrils. What's the temperature like as you're breathing in? And then on the exhale, note the temperature when the air is released from the nose. What's the temperature like? And again, breathe in. And then slowly breathe out. Bring your hand back to your lap. I'd like to get some feedback. What temperature are you assessing as the air is coming into the nose?
Cooler than cool.
Perfect. And when it's being released from the nose out into the environment, what's the temperature like?
Warmer.
Perfect.
Hi, John.
Well done. So this is bringing your awareness from outside right to the nose. So if you find yourself really thinking a lot, this would be a nice break. Hands are clean, of course, just to return all your attention and feeling the cool air coming into the nose. Slowly, really savoring that air. And then slowly and effortlessly releasing and noting it. And as you're doing this, chances are the thoughts in your mind are slowly reducing because you're simply focusing on one task. And that one task is concentrating on the air coming in and slowly releasing, letting go, and going out. Now, some of you may have a more prominent nostril as you're breathing in and breathing out. That's perfectly normal. Don't let that dissuade you, okay? So anyway, I occasionally practice this technique when I've been thinking a lot. I can't stop the chatter, the monkey mind. So I'll just bring my finger to my nose and bring all my attention. And I just find that it helps to filter the thoughts to bring from boiling to simmering. I'm just focusing on that cool breath coming in and then releasing and going out. Okay, any questions with that technique? Okay. For people who know me in the past, I like to play around a little bit. And so the next technique is related to bubble blowing, okay? I know you may not have bubbles at home right now, but it's important again to play. So I'll demonstrate the bubbles. So as I'm blowing the bubbles, I'm also breathing. And the bubbles also show you a molecule of air, okay? And so this bubble is an actual demonstration of what we're breathing in. This molecule of air is a good representation of the air quality that we're breathing in. So you can use it as a symbol, okay, to this impervious stuff that we are vitally in tune to. Our bodies need this air. We can go weeks without food, days without water or fluids, but only a few minutes without air, okay? So the bubbles are a nice symbol to this next exercise. So you can, when you get a chance, or if you have bubbles, you can play and blow the bubbles, because you're also recognizing the release of the parasympathetic nervous system, which will help you to rest and relax. And also the bubbles are a good visual to this empty space that we call air that we're breathing in, okay? So now I invite you, we're going to establish another comfortable sitting posture, your feet flat on the floor, holding your palms together in your lap or gently over your thighs, either palms up or palms down, whatever you're comfortable with. Close those beautiful eyes of yours and just establish a dignified sitting posture, which basically means you're holding your neck, head, and shoulders in alignment. So you're sitting straight, and put a little smile on your face, just a little grin. And now we're going to pretend each and every one of us has a Pinocchio nose, which is a little longer than your normal nose, okay? And with your eyes closed, I want you in your imagination to start to savor that beautiful in-breath. Breathing in, savoring that cool air that you felt a few minutes ago. And we're just going to close our eyes and just breathe. Breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, know that you're breathing out. It's simply in and out. And if you have thoughts that are crossing your mind, imagine that there are fluffy white clouds passing through the blue skies of your mind. And right now, you don't have to give them much attention. You are simply focusing on that beautiful sensation of breathing in. Really savoring this moment of the breath. Breathing in. Know that you're breathing in. And breathing out. Know that you're breathing out. It's simply in and out. And allow yourselves perhaps to get a little looser in your chair. You maybe want to open your shoulders up a little bit more and really become more comfortable now that you're relaxing and feeling more at ease. Again, focusing your attention beyond the tip of your nose and noticing that you are subtly drawing that beautiful stream of fresh, clean, pure air into your nasal cavity, where it's being warmed, moistened, and cleaned. And then that beautiful molecule of air quickly gets slipped down your windpipe and quickly goes into your lung field where it gets dispersed. And then there's a lovely air exchange where the oxygen is taken in and the carbon dioxide and stress is released back up through the nostrils or your nasal cavity and back out into the environment. So for some people, they like to think about this form of breathing as one was surfing the ocean. As you're breathing in, you riding the wave of that wonderful quality of air coming in through and to the nasal cavity, riding the wave and now coming to shore, and now being released. You're having to swim back out to the ocean to get another wave, is the exhalation. Breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out. Oh, it's so comfortable to let go, release all the tension from your head, neck, and shoulders as if you were melting in your chair. Getting more relaxed, feeling more calm and at peace. And you're in control of each and every breath. It's so nice and comfortable. Breathing in calm. Exhaling peace. Again, let's breathe in calm. Exhaling peace. We'll do this for another minute. I'll watch the time and you continue to focus on that beautiful fresh puff of clear, wonderful air that feeds your entire body. And now I invite you to take a purposeful breath, consciously breathing, bringing your awareness back to your body. And just taking a nice, slow, deep breath in. And then releasing it out through the nose. And then opening your beautiful eyes and coming back to the present moment. And simply just check in with yourselves right now. We've done 2 breathing exercises. The first one, just feeling the breath with the index finger up to your nostrils, checking the temperature. And then the second one, pretending that we had a Pinocchio nose and realizing that we could breathe in those beautiful molecules or the bubbles of air. So now just see how you're feeling now compared to when you first started. Just checking in. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more relaxed and at peace. Any comments, any questions so far? No? Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Trudy. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. Why am I getting attention? Should I be turning the Hello, Jackie, right? Hello. Hello.
There's Shirley.
Good morning.
Yes.
Hey,
Pam.
hi, Pam.
Next. Okay. So the next breathing practice is called soft belly breathing. Okay, soft belly breathing. So for this practice, I'm going to take my dominant hand, which is my right hand, and I'm just going to place it over my abdomen. Okay. And then I'm going to close my eyes and bring my attention to where my hand is on my abdomen. And now we're going to focus our attention. We're going to breathe in slowly and carefully. And you'll notice the hand on your belly might come out a little bit, or should come out a little bit on the in-breath. And then when you exhale and the out-breath, that hand will come back gently to the spine. So let's just relax and focus on the soft belly breath, okay? It's just ever so slightly when you take an in-breath in, the hand comes out like blowing a balloon. And when you exhale, that hand and belly gently come back to the spine. And again, this is another way to change your focus from the monkey chatter that might be occurring with all those thoughts in your mind. What you're doing is changing your attention and focusing on your soft belly breath. And if you want, you can put your other hand on your upper chest, and hopefully what you'll feel is more of the breath being initiated from the soft belly than the upper chest, which means that you're really utilizing your lungs and your diaphragm, which is the correct way to breathe, okay? These are subtle sensations. They're not going to be super big. They're just going to be subtle, okay? The belly breath is going to come out as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, comes back towards the spine. And it's also a nice exercise, a nice technique just to be one with your mind, body, and spirit. You are this beautiful human being, and sometimes it's just nice to touch the body in a gentle way, feeling your aliveness. So again, focusing on the hand on the belly. As you're breathing in, it gently comes out because the diaphragm is doing its job. And as you exhale, it gently comes back to the spine. Your chest may be moving slightly, but it's the belly that's doing the work. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. If you find that you're really not noticing a lot of difference, this might be an exercise you'd like to do in a recumbent position, either laying on a couch or on your bed, and you might see the rise and fall of the hand a little easier, okay? All right. If you have a glass of water, you may want to take a sip of water. Breathing can be drawing in your mouth and nose. All right, the next breathing practice is called measured breathing. And we're going to do it on a count of 4. So we're going to slowly inhale, count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and then slowly exhale for the count of 4. The inhalation activates the sympathetic nervous system. Holding and exhaling activates the rest and relaxation. Okay? If you get experienced and practiced enough, you can do 4, 7, and 8. But for right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate and I'll count. So I'm going to close my eyes, my hands are, I'm going to be clapping, okay, to do the counting. And so here I go. We're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Okay? So this should be a nice, relaxed practice. It's a way to stretch out the lungs a little bit, and another change in focusing on the breath, okay? So if you want, close your eyes, create a nice smile on your face. And so here we go. We're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and slowly exhale, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it 2 more times. Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. And then relax. You take a nice slow deep breath in and just become reacquainted, okay? So these breathing practices that we're doing initiates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest, relaxation, restoration. Also, we're consciously focusing on the breath so that we're hopefully not thinking so much, okay? And thirdly, it's an opportunity to do some exercises that are good for the body as you're consciously awake, okay? You're not falling asleep doing this, but you're really doing some good in a sitting position, okay? You may want to take another sip of water. And the last breathing exercise that we're going to do right now is called the roller coaster breath. And so I have my hand out. And let me demonstrate. Maybe it might be easier like this. Okay. So on the in breath, we're going to trace with the other hand, index finger. We're going to inhale and come up to the top of the thumb. And then exhale, go down into the crevice. Inhale, come up to the index finger. Exhale, go down. Inhale, come up through the third finger. Exhale, go down. Inhale, come up to the fourth finger. Slowly exhale, come down. Inhale to the top of the pinky, and then slowly exhale. Okay? So again, this is a nice way to bring your attention to something tangible, and you're just basically tracing, using your hands and fingers, your in breath, and then your out breath. Your in breath and out breath. In and out. And in and out. And in and out. So let's begin, okay? Okay, bring your hand, whatever hand you want to use. I'm going to use, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to use my left hand. And so let's begin below the base of the thumb, okay? And I'm using my index finger of my right hand. So let's just inhale, coming up to the top of the thumb, and exhale, going down to the crevice. Let's inhale, top of the index, exhale, going down. Climbing the third finger, skiing down the third finger into the slope. Inhaling up to the fourth and sliding down. And inhaling up the pinky and sliding down. Okay? Was that fun? Something different, huh? Again, it's changing the focus, okay? So what we've done so far, we felt the breath. We pretended that we had bubbles so we could see them. With my fan on, they go quickly, okay? And then we had a Pinocchio nose, so really bringing that air into the nostrils and really visualizing and calming the busy mind. And then we did the soft belly breathing, where we had our hand on our abdomen and then a hand on the chest. And before that, after that, we did measured breathing, breathing in on the count of 4, holding, and then exhaling, okay? And then we did the roller coaster breath, up and down and up and down. So, if you get bored with doing something, you can say, dear, let's practice the roller coaster breath. So you bring up the hand and you come back down. And if you get lost or you forget where you start, it's okay. You can start over again. You start back up and go back down. So you could trace your hand, or you could use your spouse's hand, or whomever may be having a little challenge that day, okay? So let's shrug our shoulders a little bit, okay? Relax, okay? And now I'd like to take you on a little journey using visualization. So establish your sitting posture with your feet flat on the floor. Your hands are being held comfortably in your lap, and you're holding your head, neck, and shoulders in alignment, but relaxed and comfortable. And closing those beautiful eyes of yours, I'm gonna take you on a little journey, okay? be about maybe 5 minutes or so. So you're just going to listen to my voice and use your imagination. That's all you have to do. It's kind of like watching that TV commercial years ago, and it was about Calgon bath soap, and it would say, Calgon, there's all these bubbles in the bathtub. Take me away to some place in my imagination that I find comfortable, peaceful, and happy. So here we go. I invite you to take a slow, deep breath in and let go of any tension as you allow yourselves to become more comfortable in your chairs, more relaxed and more comfortable. And again, take another slow, deep breath in. And this time, release any thoughts that you might be holding on to. We have plenty of time. There's nowhere to go. And let those thoughts be like fluffy white clouds passing through the blue skies of your mind. And one last time, again, taking another slow, deep breath in. And just letting yourselves know that you're well, you're safe, and you're happy. And now I invite you to picture in your imagination someplace in nature that you find comfortable, happy, and peaceful. Perhaps it might be by the ocean, or up in the mountains. And yet again, maybe it's here in the beautiful desert, or someplace else that I have not identified. I invite you to see yourself in that place of nature right now, utilizing all your senses. So right now, we're in our place in nature, and I'm going to describe a setting at the beach, but you can be in your setting that's comfortable to you. And it's a beautiful, warm spring day, about 11 o'clock in the morning. And the sky is beautiful, a sapphire blue. And you can feel the golden rays of sunshine over your head, flowing down the neck and shoulders, allowing you to relax even more, feeling the warmth of the sun. And at the seashore, I feel the warm sand grains as I'm barefoot and walking along the seashore, feeling the cool tide coming to shore as I'm walking, feeling so relaxed, so peaceful, so at ease. Taking a nice slow breath in, I smell the fresh saltwater air coming across the nice sea breeze against my face, hands, and feet. As I continue to walk, I notice in the distance dolphins, a pod of beautiful dolphins coming closer and closer to where I'm walking. And they're talking to us. And they have beautiful expressions of peace and happiness. And they're even coming closer and closer. It's as if they are inviting us to go ahead and climb aboard their backs, holding on to their dorsal fins and going for a little ride with them. So if you're willing and able and want to, you certainly can enjoy the sea ride that they're going to give us, feeling very light, happy, and peaceful. Smelling that saltwater air across our face as they take us skipping across the ocean waves with that cool, crisp seawater flowing over us gently and easily. Oh, we're having so much fun. We see beautiful sailboats out in the distance with their sails flowing with the breeze, different colors, different designs. And it's as if these dolphins are taking us to a little island. Yes, a little island where there are refreshments, there are chairs, there's hammocks, there's some palm trees. Oh, it's a beautiful location so that we can continue to rest and relax. So they get up really close to this beautiful sandy area so we can easily come off the dolphins, get our sea legs under us. We walk gently towards the lounge chairs or the hammocks. And we sit or we recline. And there's these lovely little characters coming towards us. They're like hostesses of this little island retreat, offering us lemonade, iced tea, whatever you find cool and refreshing. And yes, of course, it has those fabulous little umbrellas in the drinks, along with interesting straws to drink from. And here we're just going to take advantage. Perhaps this is accessing a memory for some of us where we've enjoyed being at the beach, playing in the sand, watching time go by as the dolphins continue to swim around and the beautiful sailboats move by. We're just feeling so relaxed, so comfortable, peaceful, young, happy. As you're breathing in and slowly breathing out. And wouldn't you know, coming to this little island, there's a bottle with a message in it for each and every one of us. So we get up from where we're resting, whether it's in the lounge chair or hammock, and go and pick up a bottle. And we take out the cork and we read the message as you're breathing in and slowly breathing out. And this message has something special just for you for today, and you find it very meaningful, reassuring, and positive. And now it's your choice if you want to take that message and fold it up and put it in a pocket. You can keep it, or you can return it back into the bottle and put the cork back in the bottle and let the bottle float to another seaworthy destination. It's your choice as you're breathing in and slowly breathing out. And as you come back to your chair or your hammock, we are all going to do one last exercise in this imagination, visualization experience. We're going to bring our hands up to our chest, across our heart, as if we were gently holding to our heart. And we're going to bring our attention to our hands and to ourselves. And just as you breathe in, simply say thank. And as you breathe out, you. So this is a form of loving kindness that you're displaying to yourselves on this little island location. You've brought your hands up to your heart center, and on the inhale, silently saying to yourselves, thank. And on the exhale, you. Thank you. And another mantra that you can use as your hands are over your heart center is you can say, I love you. I love myself and I love you. And see how that feels and resonates with you as you're breathing in, I. And as you breathe out, love you. And on the inhale, I. And on the exhale, love myself. And on the inhale, I. On the exhale, love you. And now you can release your hands. We are going to leave this beautiful location, but it's always available to you in your mind's eye. Before we leave, we're just going to review what we've done. We focused on our breath for a couple of times. And then we imagined ourselves in a beautiful place in nature, whether it was by the ocean, in the mountains, or here in the desert. And then we just felt the sun shining over us. We felt the warm air and the warm sand and the warm ground underneath. And I took you by the ocean and we had a wonderful experience being by the ocean, enjoying a ride on the dolphin's back, smelling the saltwater air, sipping party drinks with little umbrellas in them, whether they be iced tea, water, fruit punch, or something else. We watch the sailboats sail by, and then we read a special message for us that was filled with a positive affirmation for each and every one of us. And then we concluded by bringing our hands to our chest, touching our heart center in a very gentle, easy manner, and expressing gratitude, saying thank you, as well as loving kindness by expressing I love you and I love myself. And so now we're going to bring more attention to our breath, coming back to the room that you're in. Starting to move your fingers easily and gently, moving them easily and gently. Become aware of your feet. You might move them easily and gently. And then opening your beautiful eyes and coming back to the present moment. And now just taking a review from where we started at the beginning to now where we are now. Just take a moment and see if there's any difference in the way you're feeling. From perhaps feeling a little stressed to now feeling maybe rested, relaxed, more peaceful or calm. And so to conclude, in many of the traditions, they bring the hands to the chest and they say the word namaste, which is a Sanskrit term meaning I see the light in you and you see the light in me. So I wish you a wonderful rest of the day and thank you for letting me participate and facilitate this experience.